Ladies and gentlemen, small business bankruptcies are skyrocketing across the country, and they're blaming the economy on what's happening. The last time there was a major rise in small business bankruptcies was the pandemic. Small business bankruptcies are rising this year, a signal that increased interest rates, tighter lending standards, and higher operating costs. Yeah, it's the inflation. The inflation is kicking their behinds, are straining entrepreneurs. At the same time, some government aid programs that helped entrepreneurs through the pandemic have ended. Bright House Green Home Cleaning in Nashville filed a reorganize, and they're trying to do a reorganization of their debt under the federal bankruptcy law, and they did it earlier this year. Demand for commercial and residential cleaning services rebounds slowly from the pandemic. Increases in labor costs have been difficult to pass on, and customers were slower to pay their bill, said owner Jason Adkins. It was life or death in terms of survivability of the small business. And this person at one time had 85 employees, and they had to file for bankruptcies. So the increased bankruptcies are coming from filings. And they're saying these small businesses are financially stressed and they're trying to do a restructure. Mm-mm-mm. So the bankruptcy's actually been coming since 2022, and it's just been growing from that point on. Bankruptcy petitions are just one sign of financial stress. Small business loan delinquencies and defaults have edged up since June of 2022 and are now above pre pandemic averages. This is according to Equifax. An index tracking small business owners' confidence trickled down slightly in September, driven by heightening concerns about the economy, according to a survey of more than 750 small businesses. 52% of the respondents believe the country is approaching or in a recession. I believe we are too, but because it's an election year, they are not going to admit it. They're not. Because then Biden would have to take the blame. And that's the only reason why you're not hearing anything about a recession. But looking at all the inflation and everything going on, you can't help but believe it's definitely a recession. Small businesses, many of them came out of the pandemic in solid financial shape and are looking to grow. The share of the business owners who expected revenue and profit to increase in the next 12 months grew in September, as it did in a share of those planning to expand their workforce, the survey found. Still, needed capital and more expensive to access can be difficult to obtain. Yes, when the interest rates start going up, yeah, it's going to be harder to get those small business loans, and that's exactly what's happening. 73% of small businesses reported that rising interest rates were having a negative impact on their business, according to the survey of more than 1,500 small businesses conducted in late August, early September by Goldman Sachs. Rising wages are another challenge. Yeah. So, the labor cost has jumped up roughly 35% for some businesses. So, I mean, as you can see, This is only going to grow. When you see small businesses struggling, this is not an unusual thing to see, especially during a recession. More than 90% of small business closures occurred outside of bankruptcy. Estimate Brooke Gottberg, and this is a law professor at the University of Chicago. Many small businesses don't have enough debt to make a bankruptcy filing worthwhile. Government aid programs help keep many small businesses out of bankruptcy during the pandemic. The disaster loans, a 30-year term, a 3.75 interest rate, has made them attractive for financing. But paying off the debt has become difficult for entrepreneurs still struggling to rebound. So, I mean, I'm not surprised to hear this. And I can only see this getting worse. And, your politicians, look at what they're doing. They're not doing a darn thing to help even the average person in this country, especially us. They definitely run like it's the plague when it comes down to our community. They want to do absolutely nothing, but in the same token, they want you to keep voting them in. It is the biggest joke ever. So, y'all, please tell me what you think. These small businesses are really having a hard time out here. And the inflation and the shape the economy is in is just making it all the more worse. And many of them are struggling and trying to stay in business and file bankruptcies, and others are just throwing in the towel and leaving altogether. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.